callaloo, saltfish, callaloo with saltfish, and roast breadfruit. Here I have all my ingredients. Here I have my callaloo, all clean and cut up. And for the purpose of this video, to save on time, I have cut most of my callaloo here. But over here I have some that is by the bunch that I'll show you how to prepare your callaloo in a minute. The first thing we're going to do here, I will be preparing my breadfruit for the oven. I'll be baking my breadfruit in the oven. And for the purpose of time, I have some already prepared here. And what we'll do, we slice them and fry them. So let me make some space here for my to prepare my breadfruit. Before I prepare my breadfruit, I'll go ahead and show you my seasoning. What I have here are bell peppers and scotch bonnet pepper. Here I have my saltfish, cooked and pulled apart. This saltfish was boiled about 3 separate times for about 20 minutes each time to remove the sodium from the saltfish, or most of the sodium. Here I have scallion and onion. I have my garlic here. Over here I have olive oil, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, garlic powder, accent, salt. You might not need salt because the saltfish already have salt. I have butter. I have vinegar that I use to clean my callaloo and wash my breadfruit. And I have canola oil here that I'll use to cook my callaloo and also to fry my breadfruit. So let me first prepare the breadfruit for the oven. So here I have a breadfruit. This one was chosen. This one is roasted breadfruit. As you can see, it's mature or fit. If you look at the stem, you also see where it started to change color, and your breadfruit should also feel light, and that is a roasting breadfruit. I'll go ahead and I'll dice the top. You just want to put a slice in the top here, as if you're cutting, making the shape of a cross or something similar. And you poke the breadfruit all the way down to the center with the knife so that your breadfruit can soak through quick or bake quick in the oven. You can also do your breadfruit on top of your stove. That will take a little longer. It all depends. I'll be putting this one in the oven. You also want to push your knife, remove the stem, and push your knife through this section as well, so it can soak quickly. Okay, that will do it for me. What I'll be doing here, I will be using, you could use an oven bag. I am out of oven bag today, so I will be using a turkey bag, and I'll put that in there, and I'll drizzle that with some olive oil. You can use the palm spray if you have that. If not, the olive oil will work just as well. And you're gonna tie it into this bag and put it in your oven. And what it's gonna do is gonna build steam. The steam is gonna build up in the bag, and that is what is gonna bake your breadfruit within about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the temperature that you set your oven at. And my breadfruit is perfectly round, so it will sit on the bar or on the grill in the oven without any issue. So you want to tie your bag to develop steam. I'm doing here, and my breadfruit is now ready for the oven. So I'll just come back here and show you how to process, how to clean your callaloo. Let me create a little space here. So the first thing you want to do, you want to remove any bad leaves that are maybe quail or start to spoil from your callaloo. You want to wash it with vinegar and baking soda or lemon juice, lemon juice, whichever one you have available. And after that, you put them in a colander to drain, and then you will just peel them down like I'm doing here. I have to find one with these were already clean, so it's difficult to find. So you just peel them back. It's a thin membrane like you're seeing here, so you just peel that off your callaloo, so you won't have any issue when you're eating it. So after you wash and strip your callaloo, you just go ahead and slice them like I'll be doing here, and you want to slice them thin. These chunks or they are edible. That's what I just peeled down a while ago, just strip. So they are edible. Just cut them thinly. Let me turn the callaloo so you can see what I'm doing here. So what I'm doing is just slicing the chunks of the callaloo. You want to slice these thinly. Okay, so there you have the chunks. Make sure you see that. And then over here, I'll go ahead and cut the leaves or the leafy part of the callaloo. This knife is very sharp. I have to be careful here. You know, when your knife is sharp, you know, you finish what you're doing in the kitchen, you know, in no time. But then you have to be careful while cutting. Okay, so there you have my callaloo. Here you have the chunks of the callaloo here. I'll add that to my bowl over here, and here you have the leafy part of the callaloo. And this is something I really enjoy during the summertime, fresh callaloo. I just don't seems to like the callaloo in the tin. A matter of fact, I like fresh fruits and vegetables a whole lot more. I don't enjoy tin stuff at all. So I'll be heading over to my stove where I will start my cooking process. I have my scallion here going. So I will go ahead and add some canola oil to my scallion. I add about let's see, about a quarter cup. And what I'll do next I'll be adding my onion and scallion, followed by my garlic and all the other seasoning that I have over there, which is my bell peppers and my scotch bonnet pepper, followed by my saltfish and my callaloo. You want to saute these for about 2 minutes before you add your garlic. I'll go ahead now and add my garlic. And these are 4 cubes of garlic. I just love cooking with garlic. It just gives your food a nice flavor. Keep your stove on medium as you don't want your garlic to burn. When garlic burn, guys, it's biterish. So I'll be going in with my different type of bell peppers here. And this will definitely bring your callaloo some color. As you can see, the callaloo is bright green, and having these different color bell peppers will just give it a pop of color. I'll be going in with my saltfish. And I'm using 2 packs of saltfish here, the boneless one. I will now go ahead and season my pot here. I would suggest that you don't use any salt because the saltfish is already salty. I'll taste mine, and I'll decide whether or not to tip a little in, but that's just a cautionary tale there. Saltfish is very salty. So to my sauce here, I'll add half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, I'll add some coarse black pepper, and I'll be going in with half teaspoon. So I'll put 2 of the quarter, which will be half. My next ingredients will be my callaloo. Just before I add my callaloo, I'll go in with a tip of accent, and this is optional. Optional. You don't have to necessarily have to use that. I'll be going in with a tip more canola oil because I have a lot of callaloo. As you can see, I have a huge bowl of callaloo here that I'll be putting in into my saltfish and my cook of saltfish here. And I love to have my callaloo green, so I don't cook my callaloo until it's brown. I like to see that vibrant green looking color when I cook my callaloo. So to get that, you definitely have to watch it. Hopefully I can achieve that today. This is a lot. I'm just thinking now that I should have used a larger and more deeper scallop, but I will let it work. This is gonna shrink after a while. Just have to be careful moving it around right now. You don't want that to end up all over your stove. So just be skillful moving it around. This is gonna shrink a whole lot. While my callaloo is going, I'll get my stove over here ready for my breadfruit so I can fry them up. And you don't have to fry your breadfruit. If you just roast your breadfruit, you can have it as is. It don't necessarily have to be fried. Since I have this one, it was frozen in my freezer, I will go ahead and fry it, because in that situation you definitely need to fry it if your breadfruit was frozen. Or if you have it roasted and sitting in your fridge for some reason, you definitely need to fry that. So I'll get my pot over here, my skillet, ready for the frying of my breadfruit. And as you can see, my callaloo been shrinking and looking really, really colorful. You just want to move this around, and then you can cover it and let it steam. Don't forget to give it a taste test to see if you need any more sodium. I doubt that you'll need any, but just to be on the cautionary side, you could give it a taste test and to see if you need to add any salt. I will be adding a tip of salt. Seems as if all the sodium was removed from my saltfish. So I'll go ahead and add a tip of salt, and I'll also add my scotch bonnet pepper, which I won't be opening. I'll just drop it in there for flavor. And I'll allow that to simmer a bit while I get my scallop over here ready for my breadfruit. So over here I have my scallop going. I'll add some oil for my breadfruit, and I'll have that, get that heated up, and then I'll slice my breadfruit over here. I'll just show you that in a minute. You could also put a little butter in your callaloo if you wish. That also is optional. You don't necessarily have to do that, but that will bring you extra flavor in your callaloo. I'll go ahead and add a tip of butter. I will say 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter to my callaloo. And as I said, this is optional. You don't necessarily have to do this, but this will definitely give you extra flavor, the callaloo extra flavor. So I will take you back over here where I'll be slicing my breadfruit. Get it ready for my scallop. Okay, so I'll be slicing my breadfruit here, where I'll get it ready for the scallop over there. I'll be frying them. So you want to slice your breadfruit. And be careful, since your breadfruit is frozen, like mine here, They can also break easily, so be careful with that. And what you can do before frying your breadfruit is to add a tip of salt. So I'll go ahead and add some salt to my breadfruit before I head to the scallion. And as I said, I use this one that I have in the fridge so I could speed up the process. As you know, I'm doing a live, so I don't have a lot of time and I don't want my live to be too long. So I have a breadfruit in the oven preparing, but for the sake of time I'll be using this pre-prepared one that I have here. So let's head back over here and check on my callaloo here and see what's going on. Okay, this is perfect. This is really, really tasty. I think I can remove this from the stove. Okay, so I'll go ahead. My callaloo is finished. I gave you a close-up of it. It's nice and green. I'll now go ahead and prepare my breadfruit. I think I need to take this closer. So let's change the burner here and get it closer to my camera where you can see what I'm doing better. So all you need to put on the breadfruit is a tip of salt, and that's it. Oops. So you just need to fry those until golden brown on each side. And as soon as it gets to the brownness that you desire, you flip it to the other side, and you repeat the process all over until they're all completed. So let me see what's going on over here with my breadfruit. Okay, I can give it a little more time to get brown. So while I'll wait for my breadfruit to brown, I will dish a little of my callaloo in this bowl here. So I'll be getting my presentation ready here. I'll go ahead and turn these. Oh, these are looking nice and golden brown. That's what I'm looking for here. It's nice golden brown color here from my breadfruit. I'll just give you a close-up here. me speed this up. I'll go ahead and I'll place the rest of my breadfruit here in my pot. And I'll go ahead and prepare my plate here for presentation. My breadfruit. When you're going live, time is very essential, and so I'm trying to speed up the process here. And here you have my callaloo, fried callaloo and saltfish, fried breadfruit, and avocado. Don't forget to give this a try. I'm pretty sure you'll love it. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that each time I post something new, you'll be notified. Thank you for watching and see you next time.